Hi, I'm Simona De Silvestra, and you're watching Click on This.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and you're watching Click on This. We're here at the Baltimore Intercontinental Harbor Hotel. They are about to announce at the press conference the new 2012 Lotus engine that Simona De Silvestra is going to be driving in the Baltimore Grand Prix. We're excited. They have a new management team. They're back for a second year. It's going to bring Baltimore a lot of money and raise a lot of awareness for IndyCar. We're going to interview Simona De Silvestra as well as James Bond from Living Classrooms. Can't wait to talk to these people and find out some information. We're going to teach you everything they have to share and check out some hot cars.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Intercontinental Harbor Court. We're delighted to be hosting this press conference, and above all our good friends, the HVM racing team, Keith Wiggins, Imran Safiullah, Simona De Silvestra, and all their sponsors. Once again, we'll be race central this year over the Labor Day weekend. We're located right here on turn number 3, which is just right outside here, so you can imagine how action-packed this area is. We have plenty in store for this year's race, and on behalf of all the 180 employees and fans, we wish Simona and the team all the best for this 2012 season. Please allow me to introduce Randy Bernard, the CEO of IndyCar.
Good morning. Well, we're here to proudly congratulate, first of all, HVM Racing, Energy Nuclear, as well as Simona, for their new relationship with Lotus. And Olivier Piganoi is here from Lotus today, and this is going to be an exciting year for IndyCar, being it's the first year in 9 years that we have a new car, and we have actually 3 engine manufacturers back into the series. We have this year Chevy, Honda, and Lotus that will be competing in our series. Some of the major differences in this car are primarily, let's start with the engine. Your engine is we were a V8 last year, we're a V6. We were about 600 horsepower last year. This year we can go from 550 to over 750 because of using turbocharge. We're going from a 3.5 displacement down to a 2.2. And some of our priorities when we designed this car were efficiency, relevance, and technology, and how we can do more around saving fuel and just making it a very competitive race car. So we're very proud of that. I also like to say that we're very pleased to have our race here, the streets of Baltimore, on September 2nd. We're very excited, and I want to thank everyone involved in making sure that happened. Dale, Dylan, and Dan and Felix have been very good to work with in the past few days as they're ironing out all their priorities at this time. At this time, what I would like to do is actually bring Dale Dillon up and let him visit. So Dale?
Thank you. Thank you. This is unbelievable for me since I was a little boy to have this opportunity to be a part of IndyCar as a fan from a young age and have 4 of my favorite things in life happen here in Baltimore. First of all, Baltimore is my new favorite city. Simona I just told her in the lobby, I'm a fan. She's one of my favorite drivers. She's in my favorite car, the Dallara. And just to be a part of this and have this available to us, we're truly excited. Dan, Felix, and I couldn't think of a better opportunity and a better place to put on an IndyCar race and truly look forward to what we can provide both IndyCar and the city and the fans. Thank you.
I guess it's my turn. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this season, after and being back in the Energy Nuclear Clean Air Energy car this year is something really special, to be a driver who had the off season and to really just prepare for racing, and I really want to thank John for that. And just, I think this season is going to be pretty good for us. I think after the season we've had last year, it was a really tough one for myself and for the whole HVM team. I think we've battled a lot of up and downs, and I think this year with the new car, new Lotus engine, who's been running pretty well for the first couple of tests, which is really impressive. I think all the other manufacturers are looking at us and kind of questioning how we can do that. So we'll for sure show them when we get to St. Pete. And yeah, you know, Baltimore is a great race. I think last year had one of my best race weekends here. You know, we're running fourth for a long time until somehow a really long period of yellow flags showed up. But you know, I hope that this year we really can be as competitive as we were last year.
Let me say a few words here. First, let me thank Randy for his leadership. I think this sport is really starting to take off, and clearly your leadership is having a major impact on that. So thank you very much for that. I'm excited about Lotus joining the team, but mostly I'm excited about the fact that we have a very good relationship with HVM and Keith and Emron, and now Shane is on board, and all the HVM team, and of course the best driver in Indy. And I'm real proud of the whole HVM team, and more importantly, I'm proud about the fact that Entergy has come on board with HVM to sponsor this car. Now, last year we handled a couple of questions dealing with why would Entergy, a nuclear power company, put their name on the side of an Indy car? And in some ways, I kind of wish our name wasn't on the car. It's just nuclear clean air energy, because that's really what we're trying to promote here. We're really trying to educate the American people and the world to some extent on nuclear power and its clean air energy and its benefits that it brings to our country. In my company right now, I have 7,000 employees that are in the nuclear business alone. And I was telling some of my peers who have the same challenge that I have, that over the next 5 years, due to attrition, primarily due to retirement, I'll lose 2,500 people. And that's a significant drain on the knowledge, the experience that we need to have in order to safely run our nuclear power plants. So we embarked on this teamwork and this venue in order to bring people along, and more importantly, to use it as a mechanism for us to be able to look at some talented young technical people and bring them into our business. Last year we went to, Simona and I went to University of Las Vegas there in UNLV, and we actually had the car there, and it's like a magnet. It brings everybody to talk to us, and then we start to get into the dialogue. We talk about nuclear power, why it's important, and why it's a good industry to get into from your overall, from a job standpoint. It's clean, it's got good pay, and it's got good career benefits. And you'd be surprised how many resumes I get every time we go to one of these colleges or technical schools to people who try and come into this. It's about education people in the sciences and in the math area, and so this is why we're really into this whole issue. So I'm excited about it, and I'm excited more for my industry more so than for Entergy. So now I've been asked to introduce the driver of the Aston Martin car, James Bond. Sorry, I had to do that.
Well, thank you, John, and it's really exciting. And my name is James Bond. I'm president and CEO of the Living Classrooms Foundation. We were very honored to partner with John and Simona and ARPAD and HVM and the whole team last year. And what we're all about is we work with 40,000 children and young adults each year. And Brandon, one of our students, is here. And we are very focused on science, technology, engineering, and math. And so as this race is... Hi, Brandon. I'm glad you're here. As this race starts to crank up this year in Baltimore, and congratulations to Felix and Dan and Dale, and we were with the mayor yesterday, and it's just really exciting that this is coming back to this city. This is going to be an important event, and we're all about how do we connect it to the kids, to the hundreds of schools, and to the thousands and hundreds of thousands of children, and how can we bring this alive and make it exciting for them, and how do we connect science, technology, engineering, and math. And we're going to have Simona come over and work with our young ladies, just not the young men, but the young ladies as well. And they'll learn about the career opportunities that you were talking about as well. So we're really grateful and happy to be part of this. And our Pat, I'm especially grateful to you. He's a tremendous host, and a tremendous leader here in Baltimore, who's done a lot to help kids as well. Pat, why don't you come on back up?
All right, and now for some more fun. I'd like to ask everyone to go downstairs to the courtyard where we'll unveil the new livery of the car, and you get to see the new aerodynamics on it. Also like to thank Jamie Gershwitz of Europcars, who's flanked the race car with some beautiful Lotus models. It just adds some real flair to the courtyard. Followed by that, we'll have some lunch served up here while the pit crew gets ready to do a quick pit demo out on Light Street. So thank you very much.
And you're watching Click on This. We're here with, you never thought I'd be interviewing James Bond, but I'm interviewing James Bond, the president and CEO of Living Classrooms. We also have this gentleman, Brandon. We are looking to find out how they are incorporating IndyCar and what we're doing for Living Classroom. James, will you tell us a little bit about Living Classrooms?
Sure. Well, it's a pleasure to be part of the whole Indy race that's coming back to Baltimore. And in particular, we're partnered with Simone, who is an incredible driver, as a young lady. And what Living Classrooms, we're an organization that serves 40,000 children and young adults in the Baltimore, Washington area. And particular focus for the Indy race is the work we do around science, technology, engineering, and math. So that whole STEM programming. And so not only with the schools we manage and the after-school programs we manage, but we will help to work with the city school system and with kids across the city to incorporate STEM programming as it relates to the Indy race.
How appropriate that we're right across the street from the Science Center.
Right.
Brandon, what's your experience with Living Classroom?
I've been in Living Classroom, Fresh Start student for 9 months now, on an internship and getting a job in my high school diploma.
Well, and Living Classroom Foundation is proud to be a partner with the Indy race, and with particularly Simone, who is a wonderful driver and a great example for a lot of the young ladies we work with. Living Classroom works with over 40,000 children and young adults a year in the Baltimore, Washington area with hands-on education and job training programs. And we helped to start one of the first charter schools in the state of Maryland, and we help to manage other schools and have partnerships with over 300 schools in the region. So science, technology, engineering, and math, there's a lot of that in the Indy race. And so we look forward to seeing how we can connect that in with our kids and have Simona come over and visit the students right before the race.
And what a great way to incorporate learning with something that's fascinating and fun, like IndyCar.
Right.
So,
James, make it relevant, relevant. It's got to make it relevant.
Absolutely, and interesting, because nobody is going to pay attention if it's boring.
Right.
So, James, can you tell us what your website is?
Sure. We're at www.livingclassrooms.org.
Excellent. So, everybody, go visit livingclassrooms.org and check out everything they have to offer and support Living Classrooms. It's a great organization. And go IndyCar 2012. Hi, it's Lauren, back with Click on This, and I'm very excited to be here at the Intercontinental Harbor Hotel interviewing the IndyCar pro, Simona De Silvestra. She's excited to be here. I know you watch the show all the time, don't you?
I totally do. I'm a big fan.
Thanks. So, we're interviewing here. They just announced the new 2012 Lotus engine. How excited are you about that?
Really excited. We've partnered up with Lotus, like you said, and it's a new engine, turbocharged engine. So a lot of new things this year. Even the car is brand new. So it's been a lot of fun this off-season, a lot of testing. So I can't wait to come back here to Baltimore and have a good race weekend.
So you raced in September at the Grand Prix, the inaugural. What was your favorite experience in Baltimore? Was there anything in particular that struck you while you were here for the Grand Prix?
Well, I guess driving was the coolest part of it. You know, I think the racetrack was unbelievable. It was really physical for us, and you know, there was some really cool turns out there. So we're really looking forward to come back. And but just the whole atmosphere. You know, the fans were great. Like, I've never seen so many people on a Friday afternoon checking us out on the racetrack. So it was a lot of fun, and I really can't wait to come back.
Awesome. We're excited to have you back. So for those of you who are not familiar with Simona, she is known as the Swiss Miss, so I have to ask you, what's your favorite hot chocolate?
I know there's a Swiss Miss hot chocolate, but I've never tried it, so I maybe should start trying it.
I think you need to try it, and then you can at least say whether you like it or not.
There you go.
So what hot chocolate do you drink if you don't drink Swiss Miss?
Well, I take stuff from Switzerland with me, which is called Caotina. I don't know if you guys have it, but it's awesome. You should try it out.
Well, Swiss chocolate, I'm sure it's probably better than the packaged stuff. 1 marshmallow or 2 or 10?
That's an American thing. We don't do that.
Okay, so in getting us back to the IndyCar, so what are your thoughts on Danica leaving, and how do you feel that affects you? Because obviously you are the premier female driver, which go women.
Well, you know, I think her leaving, you know, it's you know, I think she made a pretty good choice. You know, she wanted to try out NASCAR, and you know, I don't think we're going to feel anything different. You know, I think the field in the IndyCar series is really competitive, and that's what our fans like. You know, we see seeing different winners, and you know, I think it's just exciting to be here, and you know, driving an open wheel car. Those are the fastest cars they are. So the IndyCar, and you know, it's just a lot of fun.
And you tried to drive the open-wheel car out here in the rain. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's pretty gross out right now. So how was that experience for you when, you know, you were supposed to blow it out of the water and it was summertime and now we got this rain?
Well, we do race in the rain sometimes. It doesn't happen often, but it happens. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. You know, we did a pit stop practice out on Light Street, and you know, there's a little bit of traffic, so I think that's something new too to me. But it was really exciting, and you know, just showing the people what we get to do, and you know, it's exciting to be on the racetrack that we actually race on. So I really can't wait to come back.
So does that mean you cheated since you were on the racetrack today?
No.
I don't think so, but, you know, I have to ask. Everybody's always looking for, you know, race gossip. So how did you get started, and what really made you want to do IndyCar versus anything else, but also any other type of racing?
Well, I started racing when I was 6 in go-karts, so, you know, I kind of had the bug really early, and, you know, open wheel is kind of the pinnacle of racing. You know, those are the fastest cars, like the Indy cars, and you know, when you come from go-karts, you go through the different categories, and you know, I've just been really lucky to have people support me, like Entergy and Nuclear Clean Air Energy. So you know, it's a lot of hard work, but I think if you have a dream and really focus behind it and try to work really hard to achieve it, you know, I think it's achievable. And you know, I'm an IndyCar driver now, so a dream come true pretty much.
Which is awesome. So for those of you that are watching, remember to dream big, because Simona is obviously a testament that dreams do come true. But lots of blood, sweat, and tears, hard work that go into it. Can you tell us some of the challenges that you faced, obviously going from go-karts and racing to get to the point where you are now?
Well, yeah, racing is a pretty difficult sport. You know, you have to be pretty fit physically, and you know, sometimes you have seasons where things don't go right, you know, and you can't do anything about it. So you just have to keep really working hard behind it, and you know, I think having a good team behind you is really important. You know, I'm really lucky to have that. So a good support system. You know, my parents have given me great opportunity when I was little. So you know, it's just having a good group around you, and just keep believing in yourself.
So you mentioned your parents. Do your parents come to every race, or do they watch you on TV?
No, they don't come to every race. They try to watch as many as they can, and they try to come to a couple of races. I'm pretty sure they'll be here next year. So, you know, because I kept telling them that the Baltimore race was awesome, so I'm sure they're going to come this year.
Well, thank you for that plug. Baltimore loves you as well. So are you going to take them out for crab cakes?
Yes, it's on my list. I got to find a really good restaurant, though.
I think we can make some recommendations. Thank you so much. Best of luck to you in the 2012 season.
Awesome. Thanks.
Anything you'd like to say before we go?
Well, come on out to the racetrack and root for me.
And that wraps up our Grand Prix coverage here at the Baltimore Intercontinental Hotel. Thank you so much for watching Click on This, and make sure you go to the Grand Prix Labor Day weekend in Baltimore 2012. Go team!